We're now just starting, and this is quite exciting. We did this just on Friday. Actually started building something. That is actually something we're building up. So it's quite exciting. And this is the retaining wall. And this is called Stepoc. And this is, if you like, it's a concrete shuttering system. So in principle, it's a very simple system in that you just dry lay it. You just sort of slot them over the rebars. You spend a lot of time getting that first course absolutely plumb, true, straight, level. And then they just sort of fly, you know, in principle it just flies up. We're going to go up 7 courses to about here. And then we get a concrete pump in and we fill those up, and then we'll do another lift to 12 courses, and then we shutter out a little bit on the top to get to our 285 from finished floor to underside of structural ceiling. This is the block here, and you can see it's got these cutouts to allow reinforcing rod to sit into those channels. It's got a little channel here to locate the blocks into each other. They're very dimensionally very accurate, so that they module up really well, and they all lock together, and under their own weight they sort of sit in place, and that's not going anywhere. The concrete flows in and around over these reinforcing bars and creates a monolithic, so a single lump of concrete, which is incredibly strong. There's 3 sizes. These are the widest ones because this is where on the main house we've got some quite significant forces pushing against the building, and then we step down to much smaller ones here and at the far end for the retaining walls either side of the edge of the building. So the alternative is a reinforced concrete wall, a fully reinforced concrete wall. That's really the only other thing you could use. And actually I think they're probably a similar sort of price, because the shuttering on reinforced concrete, to either make or rent the shuttering is very expensive. You're looking at sort of 4 or 5 grand just to rent the shuttering. Then you've got to erect the shuttering, you've got to decommission the shuttering, you've got to get the shuttering to, it really does add up very, very quickly. These were about 5 or 6 grand. Now obviously a large chunk of the concrete that's going in this back wall is taken care of by this product. So not only is it providing the formwork, but it's also providing quite a large amount of the final concrete that goes into the back wall. And you're looking at about £100 a cubic metre for concrete. So it's not, it's not inexpensive. Nothing seems to be, unfortunately. I think it's a really good product, and allows, it's certainly a really good product if you're not a very, very experienced ground worker, really used to building reinforced concrete shuttering, and that's a skill that we don't have a huge amount of. People are not cast, certainly sort of general construction is not based around reinforced concrete in this country. Whereas you go to Italy, Spain, Israel, they cast a lot of stuff, much more than we do. Because of weathering and insulation issues, we just don't do so much of it. So this is a sort of a really good way of creating concrete walls if you don't have a highly skilled reinforced concrete kind of team.